Okay, pardon me. With that, I think we're ready to start, and I'm looking forward to tonight. And we're sort about the CD. What am I trying to say? All the noise. Forgive me, guys. I'm kind of lost here with everything that's been going on in my life. I don't know if I even have a brain anymore. So I'll just try to sit back, relax, and just enjoy talking with all of you. So let's open up tonight's net with our preamble. And I'd like to say good evening and welcome to the Wednesday night West Coast AMI net. Wayne was whispering in my ear something here. So this net meets every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time, on 3870. I'd like to also acknowledge our listeners to tonight's net. I just hope that for one second something will go away. You can become a member of Amplitude Modulation International, AMI, but it's not required. But if you would like to join, you will receive a certificate and your own personal AMI number. And you can do so by sending $3 to AMI in care of John, I wish I remember his call even. Somebody will please give it to me or pass it on. I've got to put it down so I will remember it my next time. Anyway, your AMI net control tonight is K6IRD, and my name is Sharon, and my QTH is orange, and my AMI number is 1525-1525. When I call on you, please give your name, QTH, and if you'd like to give us your equipment that you're using tonight, that would be great. And also, if you have any items that you'd like to sell or items that you need, let us know. And lastly, let me acknowledge you when it's acknowledge to me if you'd like to be included in the roundtable following the show of tonight's net. And I will periodically call for check-in, so please be patient. Now, gentlemen, let's take a moment to tune up to 3870. There. So let's proceed. My husband Wayne, W6IRD, on at first, and Wayne just went into the house for a little bit. So let's just move on down to the second one, and I'll slip him in somewhere. Anyway, who we have up next is George in San Diego, or Lemon or something like that. W6YEC. Go ahead and take it, George.
Hi, Sharon. It's Lemon Grove, W6YEC. George here. AMI 1197. Hey, lest I forget, Skip missed another call that checked in Mark, K6MJD. He's down here in San Diego. I hope he didn't run off any place. He did check in, K6MJD. And he was down there somewhere around Vaughn. All right. Anyway, running the normal setup here. The Viking Ranger 2 and driving the SP220 for about 300 watts. And let's see here. Using the Hammerland HT110 for a receiver, but I was also using the RME 4350, which I haven't had on for a long time. But the QRM was so bad, and Skip's signal was dropping down so low that I wasn't really getting him on the RME, so I turned it off and went back to the Hammerland, which seems to be a little more selective. Anyway, that's the story down here. We've got rain like others do up and down in California. It's been kind of nice, a nice gentle rain, nothing heavy. So you've enjoyed that. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Thanks, Sharon, for being there. And thanks, Steve and Jeff, for helping Wayne out. Boy, the rig sounds just wonderful. So back to you there, Sharon. T6IRD, W6YEC. No on a round table tonight.
Okay, George. Well, I will tell you that if my signal is as good and strong like yours, I'll be very, very happy. So I'm so glad that you acknowledged that Dave and not Dave, but Steve. Dave couldn't make it, but Steve and Jeff both came over and they spent all day here, up on the roof with the regarding the antenna, everything, all the things that Wayne can't do anymore. And, you know, I mentioned earlier about my brain leaving me. It's just there's so much going on here that I'm either missing appointments, they're on the calendar, I'm either missing them, or when I do make an appointment, I'm putting it in the wrong spot. For instance, I had a nail appointment today. I go in there and they said, Sharon, you're not due until tomorrow. Oh, gosh. So it's if I make those kinds of mistakes, you all just please understand and know that it's not normally me. So, and I did put in N6 NJD in front of Vaughn, because usually you're around that time. So hopefully that he's listening and he will stick around for his time. I hope so. Maybe you could give him a call if you happen to know his telephone number. And yes, it is Lemon Grove, and I know Lemon Grove very well, but it's just good company. However, let's move on. Next up, I have Andy, W6PKS. And Andy, Wayne just told me that he became a grandfather for the first time. Congratulations. It is a marvelous, marvelous place to be grandparent. Go ahead and take it, Andy.
Okay, Sharon, T6IRD on the Lincoln, Kilowatt Delta 6, Tango Kilo X-ray, Andy, located at Curry Mountain, California, about 80 miles southwest of Fresno. I changed a little bit, but that's close enough. Thank you to Skip for taking the early. Sharon, thank you for running the show tonight, doing a great job. Nice chatting briefly with Wayne earlier. Boy, the transmitter sounds fantastic, so the guys did a great job on it. Great to hear both of you pounding through in all your glory there with that big transmitter. Coming through great. The equipment here tonight is my 1942 Australian Coast Watcher radio set made by Amalgamated Wireless of Australia. It's called a 3BZ, 3 Bravo Z. It's a little transmitter and receiver. They're both the size of a Viking Ranger. And the transmitter runs at 807. And I'm running an amplifier, an SB220 afterwards. So it gets me about 120 watts out, so that people can actually hear the radio. Normally relatively low-powered field set, but we do put the afterburner on so people can hear it. So it's one of my favorite radios. Always a blast to operate it, and very historical. There you go. No swap, no round table. Great to hear everyone out there tonight. Great signals. I love this time of the year. It's getting cold. Cold and rainy night. Perfect time to be doing vintage AM radio. So thanks again, and back to you, Sharon. K6IRD, 86.
Okay, Andy, you're wonderful there. Okay, Jeff, KK6IRZ, you're up. Go ahead, this is K6IRD net control.
Okay, very good, Sharon. K6IRD with the Wednesday night AMI group. This is KK6IRZ. Jeff in Chino, California. So first, there's a whole lot of thanking going along for I feel very little. I'm overwhelmed because the plan long before I was involved was to go over there, and I just happened to be the guy that put the screwdriver in my hand. So I was more than happy to help, but I didn't do anything hysterical that was not already on the plan anyway when everybody was going over there. I just happened to join in. And I'm glad I did, too. Steve, I didn't realize that Steve had never climbed towers before. So I did feel that good that I was there to kind of watch while he was doing his thing. That worked out pretty good. But other than that, it was just a really fun day, and I enjoyed it. And like I say, doing a little bit of testing of that 5500. Tonight I'm almost homebrew all the way with the transmitter. I'm still using the ICOM 735 as an exciter VFO for my homebrew transmitter, which is a single 5500 modulated by a pair of 813s triode connected. And that goes, I'm using a homebrew dynamic microphonium with a homebrew single tube preamp to just go into the transmitter. No processing or anything like that, just a mic, a preamp, and plug it in. And that goes to a homebrew link coupled antenna tuner, tenor system tuner, I really call it, which is kind of like the Johnson kilowatt matchbox style, but has some added features. And the open wire line goes on the back and goes up through the roof and out the eaves of my shack to a inverted V at about 35 feet. And that's the whole gig. My AMI number is 1809. Got nothing to sell, not really looking for anything, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be around for the round table. I'm going to try to hang out, but like I say, I went to pick up the wife right before the net started, and she's had a long working day, so I may need to take care of some of her needs. I'm not sure how long she'll let me hang out. And she definitely sets the time. So back over to you, Sharon. It was a pleasure seeing you guys. It was fun. I mean, I enjoyed the day. I didn't even think when Steve was getting ready to go, I honestly thought it was only like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I didn't even realize it was so late. So I thought the day kind of flew by. K6IRD with the Wednesday night. Don't forget the AM Jamboree on Black Friday coming up. K6IRD with the group. This is KK6IRZ.
Okay, Jeff. My dear, you deserve every thank you that you get. Yes, you really did a yeoman's job. And certainly the most appreciative are Wayne and myself, and thank you. You really worked all day, you and Steve. Okay, gentlemen, let's go on to Ron, KD6VWS. Good evening, Ron.
Okay, Sharon. K6IRD, KD6VWS. Yes, the transmitter sounds beautiful. Yeah, good symbols too. You know, get the highs in there with the lows. And don't forget Skip. You haven't called him yet. He's usually first on the list. And anyway, this is Ron and Josh with Hope, and the Metal Rebellion, version 1, and 150 watt carrier. Well, I was having some really heavy lightning crashes earlier. And let's see, anyway, I'm Turner Plus 3 microphone and receiving on the MC125 with the Q multiplier and feeding the W4 Drake watt meter to the SA2040 Heathkit antenna tuner, coax up to the in-fed long wire of about 25 feet, quarter wave counterpoise off the shield, and AMI 1671, and no on the swapper to round table, but I surely will be listening through. So back to you, Sharon. K6IRD, KD6VWS, Joshua Tree.
Okay, Ron. Well, as I said earlier, you have a great signal coming in, but you always do. Must be the location. I understand you've got some good equipment also, so the combination, that's why people say, well, how is it that you do so well with VXing? And I said, well, I've got a great high antenna, I've got good equipment here, and of course I have a female voice, and that seems to penetrate through. So that's all it takes. Oh, and Skip, can I go back and apologize to you because I just forgot to put yours down like I normally would. So with that, would you take it now? This is K6IRD Net Control.
Okay, Sharon, thank you. And thank you, Ron. KD6VWS for reminder there. Sharon, thank you for doing the net. And Wayne, that's somewhere in the background. Just kept in Santa Monica, K6LMAO. Little green light. I'm on my Benton Harbor, what they call a plate modulated suitcase. And I refer to it, it's certainly not heavy metal, but it is light metal with an oversized cabinet, which I put in some handles to be able to pull it out by Rockwell modification. It's been solid stated. And probably eventually going to do that for my Viking Ranger 2, which is a very hot running transmitter there. So that's another project for another day. Anyway, receiver is modern day SDR with a pixel display and all that good stuff. Protocol display. And our second receiver in this somewhere is my LMAX TMR8 receiver. It's a real receiver. Did a good job. At least a generation old. And the microphone, microphone, the classic Sonic microphone with a few minor modifications. Suspension, if you will. I will see about the round table there. Thanks for doing the lessons. Hey, you that's always a welcome thing. So back to you, Sharon. And I enjoyed that female voice, let's face it. It's very easy on the old man's hands here. That's all I do. Let's go for a moment.
Okay, Skip. Joe, thank you very much for taking the earlies like you do. I appreciate it, and you sound tired. I can understand that you have trying to work the net, taking the early check-ins. It can be tiring when you have all the QSB that we've been experiencing and are experiencing. So, thanks for being on the program. Next up I have is KD6. Oh, that was drawn. WA6HCX. Are you there, George? If so, it's your turn, dear.
Did you hear WUH?
Marvelous, just marvelous. Beautiful signal tonight, and of course your voice just, it's like icing on the cake, on a big birthday cake. The name's George, located in San Ynez Valley, AMI number 951, and I'm running columns tonight, 20V3 transmitter and 75A4 receiver. Copying everybody, just great. And by the way, Andy, have to compliment you on that classic rig. Love it. I love hearing that. So back to the class. But with beautiful sound on that rig, on the transmitter there. Anyhow, Wayne, you're sounding good tonight. And what else can we say? I'm looking at some meters here, checking things out. Okay, everything's fine. Anyhow, Sharon, doing a great job, and hang in there. We need you. So drive carefully. That's all I can say. There are a lot of crazies out on the road there, so drive carefully. And if they give you any trouble, you got my phone number, and I'll take care of them. Anyhow, wonderful job tonight, Sharon. T6IRD, WA6HCX. And by the way, no roundtable. I have to go and do some work. Back to Sharon.
Did you hear Larry, WUH?
George, did you say you wanted to be around for the roundtable?
I said, will not. Negative, will not.
Okay, I got that loud and clear. And thank you very much for being a backup for me by always wanting to take care of me, and I need to call you if I get in trouble. And that's very easy for me to do. Okay, I'm going to call for check-ins at this time before we proceed. Are there any check-ins, anyone out there that would like to check in? If so, please come now.
November 6th, audio frequency.
Okay, I got W6WUH. Was there someone else?
November 6th, America, Florida. November 4th.
Okay, well, hearing none, I've got you down, W6WUH. Okay, I'm going to insert Wayne now since he was gone. And I found out the reason he was gone, he went in the house to get a piece of pie for each of us and brought it out. So, Wayne, you may have the net right now.
Sharon, there were two other stations trying to check in. You get the opportunity to talk. If I don't talk enough, or I talk too much from it, I don't know. Anyway, guys, I want to thank Steve from XYZ for climbing the tower, putting out a new antenna, fire. He never climbed before, so he put all his climbing gear on it. Went over, he put the beat that tiger on his waist. He didn't do it right, but he wouldn't listen to me, so he didn't have a car to climb, so he was all right. Anyway, and Jeff came over, and he was quite a bit of it. He worked on these 820D2s before. He knew what the setting should be, so got the audio pretty well setting up, putting the power out. SWR has got about 1.3 right now because of the wind and rain, but before that it was under 1.2. We're on the wire up the antenna, got up the old stuff, cleaned up the operation. So that's taken care of. And so hopefully this thing will be on the air for quite a while. We're putting out about 600 watts of carrier and about maybe over 600 watts of carrier and about a little over 1,400 watts of carrier and modulation. So with that, I put me down to the round table, Sharon, because I'll talk to the guys then. And hold on. AMI numbers 1380. I think I knew that. You had to be reminded, Sharon. So back to you, Sharon.
Okay, thanks, Wayne. Right, let's see. We're going to go next to, at this time, to Dave, WJ6W. And Dave, I'm glad you didn't call me back, because I figured out, like coming out here, that the net was going to take place at 8 o'clock. Okay, it's your turn. Go ahead and take it, Dave.
Okay, Sharon, very good. Yeah, I didn't get your message till it was too late anyway, so sorry about that, but it all worked out. So this is Dave, WJ6W, here in Tarzana, home of the serial of the home of the triple murder butcher here. Anyway, we're running our super senior transmitter tonight, and listening on the Hammerland SP600, which is I'm using the IF output, feeding a scope and checking all the modulation, particularly yours, Sharon, and it's all very good. You and Wayne sound very good tonight, and modulating the transmitter very well. Well, you said I couldn't make it down, but you know, I was kind of there, Sharon, kind of. Certainly in spirit, but I was sitting up here listening to my SP600 and watching the scope as Jeff adjusted, and I was talking to Steve and Jeff on the phone and texting them and giving my comments. But anyway, yeah, I couldn't make it down, but I was around, and glad they were really able to help you out. The extra job there, the antenna on top of it, that was quite a bit of work done yesterday, so very good. Well, my AMI number is 1235, and no swap and no round table tonight. And I know you got Larry in there, but I think I heard N6DLA Matthew. I could hardly pull it out, but I think N6DLA Matthew was trying to check in, so put him on the list at least to call if you would. So back to you, Sharon. Oh, no swap and no round table tonight. K6IRD, WJ6W.
Yes, actually November 6th.
Okay, Dave. Well, I knew that Steve had spoke with you one time, but it sounds like you definitely were here, and that with your input and the guys here performing all those duties that they know what to do, and you helped to give that, well, then a huge thanks to you also. I didn't mean to leave you out, but I didn't realize that you actually had any contact here. I thought something came up for you that you were totally unable to be part of it. But they seem to have had a good time, and it really means a lot to Wayne and I that for me, I can get back on again. That's really great. So, again, thank you very much for that. And I am now going to call Matthew, N6DLA, and see if you are still there and want to be part of the net. Is that there? N6DLA.
Okay, thank you, Sharon. K6IRD, November 4th, Alpha. This is Matthew in Orinda, California, about 15 miles east of San Francisco. AMI number 1618, transmitting with a nice T150A, about 50 miles.
Dave, did you hear Matthew? I could hear somebody there, but I wasn't sure if it was he or part of the other noise.
Meeting at 75.
Well, Sharon, no, I couldn't hear him, but on my spectrum scope I saw a carrier, so I think he was in there. Maybe someone else actually heard him.
Oh, he's still there. He's taking his turn. W7MS.
November 6th, Alpha.
Oh, he's taking his turn, Sharon.
AF. Also, trying to check in. So, thank you very much for getting me in here this evening. I'm on the night. Okay, back to you, K6IRD.
Okay, Matthew's done. You also have Chuck N6AF attempting to check in, W7MS.
Okay, Dave, thank you, and I'm glad we got him on. So proceeding on to our list here is following up is JNY6L from, oh God, where is it you're from again? This is K6IRD at control.
Info.
Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, I heard Mike W7MS say that Chuck, N6AF, Chuck, had tried to check in too. Okay, Sharon?
Dave, I missed that. Tell me again.
The station is N6AF. It's November 6 Alpha Foxtrot, and that's Chuck, and he was trying to check in.
Well, did he give a transmission, or is he just trying to check in?
He's just trying to check in to get on the list.
Okay, N6AF, if you can hear me, I've got you on the list. So just stay with us. We'll be there down the list here. Okay, J, N6YL, are you there? NY6L, forgive me, J. NY6L, are you there? Go ahead.
All right, Sharon, we're on our backup rig here. K6IRD, NY6L, J here in Hesperia, where it is windy, cold, rainy, and, well, pretty good static crashes along with southern moss, but hopefully the station's getting out. All right, well, we have Juan up here, KV6KMU. He's busy on the workbench, working on a radio. Checking in as a guest. And he'll be here for a couple of days, so I'll keep it short. We had to shut down the Super Senior because of the moisture and the wind, and the SWR was kind of floating around, and the Super Senior portion like that. So we're in our backup rig. So I guess you could book me for the round table. Nothing to buy, sell, and swap. Claremont swap meet is coming up coming Saturday at the Grand Creek Church. Claremont, rain or shine. So I'll be there with Juan and a bunch of other hands for the swap meet there. So Sharon, back there to you. And oh, by the way, AMI number 1548. So the rig we're running here tonight is the Kenwood Kia 690 in the AM mode. Using the amplifier here, the Ameritron AL80D, and we're doing about 240 watts of carrier. Back there to you there, Sharon. K6IRD, NY6L, J here in Hesperia.
Okay, Jade. Well, do well at the swap meet if you're selling anything, and if you're not selling, just looking around, I hope you find something good. But say hi to Juan for us. Okay, next up is Mike in Reno, W7MS. Go ahead and take it, Mike.
Well, thank you, Sharon. K6IRD with W6IRD in the co-pilot seat, W7MS, Mike in Reno. Good evening to one and all, and I'm glad that the folks that wanted to join the list have had an opportunity to have their name added. I think it's all worked out to this point. But comments on your audio. It's great to hear you. It's great to hear you, Sharon, and also great to hear Wayne, as opposed to maybe a few weeks ago where things were troublesome with the big radio there. But it's doing a great job in Reno this evening. So today, this evening, running the Collins 30K5. That's being excited by a Collins 302C1 BFO. And a little Dominion at 4125 being modulated by a pair of 100 THs for about 250 watts of carrier. And receiver, I changed receiver so I could select upper sideband. This is an upper sideband night. So listening on the Rockwell Collins 851S1 in upper sideband, because otherwise it would be extremely difficult. And that's really about it. I'll keep it short. I think you've got to knock a few people out. You're doing a great job with a little bit of discombobulation, but that's okay, because I'm eternally discombobulated. And to finish things up, no for the swap, no for the round table, and AMI number 216, K6IRD with W6IRD in the co-pilot seat, W7MS.
Okay, Mike. Very good. Let's see, moving on, we're going to have N6 WHK Phil. Good evening, Phil.
Oh, good evening, Karen. K6IRD N6WHK here in San Diego. You're loud, clear, and distinct. Had no problem copying you throughout the whole net so far. AMI number 1661. We're running with normal equipment, Johnson Viking Ranger, and we're on an HQ110, L4B. That's to help the signal along a little. Johnson Matchbox to keep it under control. B104 mic. SB610 scope to keep an eye on the pattern, which is looking pretty good, I do believe. And about 235 feet of wire in a kind of a diamond configuration. And a nice heat-kit speaker to listen to the golden tones. So that's the setup here. I won't be around for the round table, but I've enjoyed the net. It's been quite interesting tonight. So back to you, Sharon, K6IRD and 6WHK.
Okay, Phil, very good. Nice signal, too. Now, the next one is a Jeff, K5BLS. I know you said you were going to sign off because you had some problems thinking that you could be heard and everything. So I'm going to turn it over to you if you're still there. So, if so, take it now.
Sharon, I don't think he's transmitting.
Thank you. I was having a hard time here hearing him myself. I heard something, but I wasn't sure that it was Jeff. And then Wayne was showing me a couple of knobs on the receiver to turn to see if I could bring him in a little closer, but he wasn't there. So thank you for any assistance that you guys can hand me. Next up is N6NJB. Are you there? This is the one that we weren't sure if you got the message that you're up. So go ahead and take it. N6NJB.
Sharon, no response on that one either.
Yeah, Sharon, no.
Anyone hear him?
I think the call is K6MJD Mark.
Is he transmitting?
No, he is not.
Okay, thank you. He may have decided that I didn't pick him up earlier. Vaughn, are you there? N6ZTA? Go ahead, take it, Vaughn.
All right, Sharon, thank you. Yeah, K6IRD and I can't even get my own call. K6ZTA. Very good evening. Boy, signals are very strange. There's some signals that are steady and strong, and some are really unusually weak and hard to copy. So I don't quite get the message, but at any rate, I'm on here from Woodland Hills, and we're using the Viking 2. The receiver is the SX96 this evening, and the antenna is the inverted V hanging off the tower, and we're running, let's see, let me look here. It looks like we've got, yeah, we're looking at 100 watts of carrier. All right. I'll keep it short because there's a long list, and time's moving along here, as it seems
do. Okay, Sharon, thank you very much. And we'll say 73s for now. K6IRD, old. The AMI number is 1757. K6IRD, K6ZTA.
Oh, thanks, Ron. This is Wayne. I got a question out there. Anybody have the schematic to the Helicopter's SX101 receiver? I need to know the plug in the back and what wiring of that plug is and what its function is. If you can help me out, I appreciate it. W6IRD back to net control.
Okay, we'll wait and hope that somebody can help him out there. And Vaughn, if you're still listening, it was a pleasure to see Nancy. I hadn't seen her for such a long time, so when I saw her, it really made me happy. Okay, next up is KN6IYC, India Yankee Charlie. Go ahead and take it. This is K6IRD net control. To be on the round table? I missed it. Okay, and thank you. All right. Somebody here that interested and anxious to hear you transmit, KF6SYD. I hope you've been hearing around the front news from people saying that the transmission from this location is good. So thanks again, and take it over now, Steve.
Okay, Sharon, KF6SYD. Turning the tuner again. Oh, I'm glad that all worked. We all worked hard, but if it didn't work right, it would really be a bummer. But boy, you sound great. And when I look at your pattern on the scope, or not scope, but on KFS, that looks good too. And that's really satisfying. That you sound good. You're back to sounding like you should. And that was the whole point of everything. And Jeff nailed it on the tuning. And thank you, Dave, for staying at home and listening, because we wouldn't have known, if it sounded good if it wasn't for Dave. And another guy stopped by. Was his name Chuck? Or I don't know his name or his call letters, but another fellow ham stopped by, and boy, it was a lot of help to have him there too. But I'm just glad it all worked, and you sound good, and it's holding up. So it makes it all worthwhile. And very satisfying. Let's see, KF6SYD, Stephen, Long Beach, AMI 1708, CCA AM 1000D transmitter, inverted V at 70 feet. Did I say that? I don't know what I've said. Hey, I sent a little package to you. Went to the post office and found a little envelope, Sharon, and sent you a little package. I got home and I went to get the keys out of my left front pocket, and there was that tape measure that you gave us, for when for sewing. I showed it to Julie, and she goes, "That's a nice one too." And the little wrapper that goes around the outside might be a little scuffed up from being in my pocket most of the day. Or maybe that's how. Anyway, it's on its way back to you. And I got home, like, oh my gosh, it's Sharon's tape measure. So we're going to make that right. And, yeah, I'm just really feeling good about hearing you back on sounding right. So put me on the round table, put me on, and back over to you. K6IRD. KF6SYD.
Okay, Steve. Well, you just made me chuckle. I'd forgotten all about that tape measure. Probably about the time I would need it, maybe a month or maybe a year down the road, I would remember it and thought, where did that tape measure go? Oh, thank you very, very much. And Steve, I think I feel so grateful. I know Wayne does too, with what you guys were able to accomplish. Because, all the years that he has been around, he's tried very much. I don't think he tried, he just does. He helps everybody that he possibly can. He enjoys doing it, and he's always been able to be so effective. But now that he needs help, it's just, I don't know where all those people are that he has helped in the past, because they know he needs help. And they just don't seem to come forward with, hey, I can help you do this and help you do that. I'll stop by one day next week and we'll take care of it. So the fact that you and Dave and Jeff this time have been so gracious and wonderful, I'm really appreciative that you know that the thank-yous that we give you are from our heart. So thank you. Up next is AS6LY. I don't have a name, so go ahead and take it. This is K6IRD.
K6IRD in the Wednesday night AMI group. This is AI6LY. John, up here at the north end of Monterey Bay. And good evening, everybody, and good evening, Sharon. Glad to hear that the guys got your equipment squared away. You finally have a fairly strong signal up here. Still a rough copy tonight. The southern moss is really strong, and there's a bit of lightning here and there. But like I said, fairly strong for the first time, I guess, in a while. Only to be outdone by George HCX and Andy TKX. Of course, Andy's close enough to pin my needles here. But anyway, good to hear you. This is John, AMI number 1773, running the Collins 32V2 and the 75A1 combination. And what I do here sounds really good. And no swap, no round table, and just a quick note for Vaughn, ZPA, and Bob, JIB. The Hallicrafters SX25 that belonged to each of us at one point in time has a new home in Pennsylvania, and the new owner is just absolutely delighted with it. I didn't do a whole lot to it, and so it was in good shape when I got it from you guys, and he got it in good shape, and it lives on. So just thought I'd pass that along. No swap, no round table. Thanks again, Sharon. Good evening from AI6LY. Back to you.
Hey, John. I've heard you on many times, but I just forgot the name, and I guess when Skip was giving me the list, you probably said your name, and I didn't hear it when it came across, because his signal was not that strong tonight, so it was like at my location. So, next up is, I think it's WB6. I'm not positive. WB6 CBJ. Charlie Bravo Juliet. Go ahead and take it. Dennis.
Okay. Yeah. Being down here on the list is not as much noise. K6IRD is Whiskey Bravo 6, Charlie Golf Juliet. Whiskey Bravo 6, located about 20 miles northeast of Kingman, Arizona. And I'm finally getting to check in. When you guys are on the other time, on the daylight time, I'm not able to check in because I have a CW net that I participate in. But now that they've had a change, now that you guys have went on standard time, it's an hour later for us here. It's almost 10 o'clock. It's 9:53. So I'm able to get here on the net. So really good to hear you. And glad to be here. And I just want to let VN6IYC within 40 watts of the Ranger. He sounds great up here. Alright, so I'll keep it short. AMI number is 1231. And I'm running the Heat Kit DX100 at about 100 watts, maybe a little more. Amplified microphone. Seems to work out pretty good. And I live in a center restricted area, so I do have an inverted V up about 20 feet. And it seems to work pretty good. The receiver here, the call is 388, and it's a real nice receiver, so we're happy with it. I do have a lot of other equipment here, some projects, and you may be having them in the near future. Go in the front, go in the round table, and it's really good to hear you there, Sharon. I did meet you guys out at Williams one year. So you and Wayne, I think you had your time to come out here. I thought about it, came back to buy it, you'd already sold it, so there you go. Anyway, good hearing you guys in there. Thanks for picking us up. So, K6IRD from WB6CDJ, Dennis out here at 20 miles northeast of Kingman, Arizona. Back to net.
Okay, Dennis. Now I've got the correct call. WB6 Charlie Golf Juliet. Very good. And I wish I could remember having met you, but I do miss Williams. I was one of my fun places to go to, and now that's, I don't even know, Dennis, is Williams still having the get-togethers once a year?
No, they stopped doing that about 2 years ago, maybe three years ago, maybe more than that. Time flies. They're not doing it there, but they just started up one up in Flagstaff. They had one in Flagstaff this year, and it looks like that might be taking a hold. So maybe we can hook up there, you and Wayne. Anyway, back to you, WB6CDJ.
Oh, okay, thank you for that. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't Williams, you don't have to answer, but wasn't Williams in the, right by Flagstaff, in that mountainous area there? We had gone there 2 or 3 times, and then we were going to Williams, but I really enjoyed Williams. And then had a question, hold on.
Did you want to go to 100?
Doing real good. Nobody makes those
Okay, Dennis, well, thank you for that. And hope to hear you on the net next week. Bob, are you ready? WA9JIB, go ahead and take it.
WA9JIB, the best little radio station here in La Cañada, California. I'm running my amplitude modulation function. I'm going to put microphone talking to a Johnson Viking Valiant. So that's pretty good. Very good. Yeah, I do have an SX101A, and I've got paperwork. I'm sure I got the prenet, but I almost certainly took it off of Obama's website where you can get it too. Not sure if they do internet stuff, but when did you need one of those?
First of all, the first thing is if you let me back on the third degree in the back of the receiver. And I work it out from there. That's a starting point for something in the hard to buy or some help. I want to find out what it is. They want $25 for schematic on eBay. Somebody owns the rights to all that schematic. So anyway, back to net control.
Okay, I hope you got that, Bob. Anyway, I'm trying to readjust the microphone here. Let's move on to the next one, W6WUH. This is K6IRD net control.
All right, thank you, Sharon. Good to hear you. Great to hear Wayne. Long time since you've been here. W6WUH, Larry in Oxford, Dental, AMI number 800. Running the Gonfalves G76 AM transceiver tonight, D104 microphone. And I'm hoping you'll be able to copy me down there, Sharon. Raised the 80-meter dipole up from about 12 feet off the ground to somewhere between 30 and 50, so I'm really hoping it will improve my signal down there to you, which never traditionally hasn't been too good. Thank you for taking the net. No rant over for me. I got a big video upload to YouTube, so that's going to take the rest of the evening, but I will be listening back to you, IRD W6WUH.
Okay, let's see. We're down to the last person, and I hope he is there. I hope that the call was given to me, and we'll start. N6A Alpha. Time to be Sharon. I told you my brain is gone tonight. Okay, N6AF. Are you there? Hopefully. Orientation.
Yes, I am.
And thanks very much, Sharon. And I apologize, my signal's not real strong. November 6th Alpha Foxtrot, or normally 6 after 5. That's one way to remember it, I guess, since we all think numerically. I'm in Redwood City, not through the QRZ address. That's a rental house. I'm about 3 miles northwest of that, up in an area called Emerald Hills, running 100 watts PEP. I have a number of boat anchors here, but none of them were ready for this. I just happened upon your group. I've heard of it, but I've never checked in. So embarrassingly, well, let me preface, I'm listening to most of you on a repaired HQ-170, and you all sound great on it. So I'm abiding by the unspoken rules here and using tubes on the receive lineup, but I'm talking on a K3 barefoot right now. So 100 watt PEP to an inverted D at about 35 feet. Next time I check in, I'll fire up my one of my Viking Rangers, or maybe the Ranger 2, or my HT-37 here, that's sitting underneath a KW2 that Wayne W6IRD gave me some tips on troubleshooting the PTO on it some time ago. He may remember that one. He said this one saw service in Vietnam. So don't have an AMI number, but I guess I'll listen in on the net. And again, sorry for the people that I need to apologize because they can't hear me, can't hear my apologies. So there's a logical paradox. So anyway, thanks very much for letting me join in, and I'm listening with great interest. The KFS is quite helpful, especially if you just select the upper side when that other group was down below us, but they're gone here. So I hope you heard a little bit of that, Sharon, and your voice sounds just terrific coming through the HQ-170. K6IRD, this is November 6th, Alpha Foxtrot.
Okay, well, thank you very much. A good signal there, right till the very end, and then they started to fade away. But we've got the whole transmission from you tonight, and that's good. So as I had said earlier, you are the last one, unless somebody would like to check in at this time. So if you are out there and want to do so, please come on. Okay, N7R8, Bob, hello to you, and I'm glad you stuck around. Go ahead and take it, Bob.
Jumping in here at the last minute. Warmed up all along, but I was doing something else here. I hope I can shoot and got on the air here. Anyway, I'm still running the old 62.5 Cruising Special. I did it up a while ago. I think it's still doing that. Instead of a 62.5 Cruiser, modulated by 4 60-25s Bushel. It's a homebrew, somewhat modified from the this is a Gentron Super Series. The blacktop guys will not be high up. W2I Y-Box. Electric, I call it electric. No other swamp. You want the route people just checking in at the last minute. But I guess he's doing WBX work Yemen, which is pretty exciting for me, running low power and low dipole antenna. Anyway, that's about it. That's your show.
It's a delight to hear your voice. I mean, we've been doing this together for quite a few years now. And it was just so good to hear your voice. I just wish that we could see each other more often. I'm hoping to make it to Yuma come the first part of the year. I don't know if you'd be able to do that or not, but if so, I'd sure look forward to seeing you. And I know it's nothing new for Ham to show up late at night and be on the air, but for you guys in Arizona that are still on the daylight saving time, it's late for you. But anyway, that's the end of tonight's net. Then I don't think there are any more out there. They did not check in. So with that, I am going to officially close tonight's net, and I want to thank you all for being there and being patient with me. I understand I sound tired, and that might be my excuse then for not being totally alert, but I sure enjoyed myself, and thanks all to you guys. So with that, I will give you the list of the round table, and then I'll turn it over to the guys on the list. Starting off with Skip, K6LGL,